Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. The topic of conversation is going to be unveiling an exciting expansion with Jefferson Health Plans. If you're not aware or have not been following the articles we've been putting in our newsletter, they are previously Health Partners plans. They're in Pennsylvania and New Jersey, expanding more and more into Pennsylvania, into Central, where we are all selling primarily. So thank you for joining us, gentlemen. We have Tom Terranova and James Olmstead here with us today. They're broker channel sales managers with Jefferson. Everybody was at our Medicare Connections conference, so they were represented there. If you got an opportunity to stop by their table and talk to them a little bit. Besides Medicare Advantage, with the HMOs, PPOs, DSNPs, they're also in the ACA market as well. So we are here to let you know about that because under the URL umbrella, we do Penny and ACA business as well. Just to walk you around your screen a little bit, you will see the slides nice and big, and then you'll see the three of us live here for you. On the bottom right corner, you'll see a chat now blue bubble. Go ahead and push on that. It'll open up your chat box. That is for the whole room. If you want to message somebody privately, there is an area to do that. There's an area for question and answers and some handouts there for you as well. So feel free to interact today. We'll get to your questions at the end. And thank you so much for joining us. Gentlemen, I'll leave it to you.
Thank you, Christy. I'll just give a brief intro as well, and then I'll let Tom dive into the exciting benefit offerings that we have for 2024. But I was at the Medicare Connections event late last month, and certainly appreciated the opportunity to spend time with not only the URL team, but also many of the brokers that work up in the Lehigh Valley, up through Berks County and down back to the central Pennsylvania markets. So great to get a chance to present a little bit more today. But Tom and I were very excited about the expansion of what used to be known as Health Partners plans, as Christy mentioned. Now, Jefferson Health Plans, I think the branding of the company now, the rebrand, is generating some significant buzz in the Southeast Pennsylvania market. We're hoping that carries into Central Pennsylvania as well. But we're excited to have more competitive plan offerings, including two brand new PPO plans for 2024. Those are new to us, not only in the Central Pennsylvania market, but across our service area. And we're excited to continue to grow more competitive product and also become more relevant to a broader population. So thank you for having us today. I'm going to turn it over to Tom so he can dive into the benefits, and I'll be around for any questions that might pop up along the way.
There we go. First mistake. I was on mute. Thank you, everybody. Good morning. Appreciate everyone's time joining us. As Jim said, we are real excited about what's coming up, not only in Southeast PA, but more importantly out in the central part of the state, or at least the central part of our service area, our 15 county service area, which we'll show you later on. But as Jim said, Health Partners. If you're not aware what Health Partners was, Health Partners is a plan that was always owned by health systems, always a nonprofit, been around for 35 years, and has grown a really nice reputation, especially as it pertains to how we treat our members, your clients. Okay, if you're around folks who have worked in the where we're popular, currently. They'll always say that it's really hard to move a Health Partners person, okay? And we hear that more and more as time goes on, mostly because of the excellent customer service that we offer. We are a local plan. Everybody lives in the service area. Everybody knows the doctors, the hospitals, the facilities intimately. So when your client calls, they're getting somebody not in Dubuque, not in overseas, but they're getting somebody from PA who knows what's going on. So Jefferson is the sole owner of Health Partners now, and going forward, it is Jefferson Health Plans, and we are real excited about that. Mostly because there's a clear vision now with one owner. Okay, with the one owner, they say, you know what? We have a school, we have hospitals, and now we have a health plan. and we want them all to grow together. So how can we make that happen? So hopefully you'll see their commitment to Medicare and a little bit on ACA going forward about how they plan on doing that. I see some questions already. We're going to get into network. We're going to get into. Oh, there you go, Jim. Thank you for handling that. There'll be a slide on network coming up. Okay. So as far as Medicare Advantage, as Jim said, we do have 2 new PPO plans. We are moving from 3 total MA plans to 7 in Pennsylvania. Okay. So 2 new HMO plans in PA. Those are both, well, one is a Part B give back, one is an extra dual product. We have the 2 PPO plans, as Jim talked about. Obviously, we're going to get into more benefits in the next couple of slides. Just a little highlight here. If you happen to do business in New Jersey, we maintain the 2 existing HMO plans, and our existing HMO plans in New Jersey, Complete, Prime, and Special, remain as well. Exciting for us, we have a flex card benefit on all plans. Just a quick note on the straight MA plans. That means, excuse me, that means they will have extra dollars that they can spend towards vision, dental, and hearing. More to come on that. So in addition to their existing benefit, they can use the flex card to supplement that as well, to give themselves a few more dollars in those areas. There is dental implant coverage. These plans, both plans that offer dental implant coverage, are only available in Philly, Bucks, and Montgomery counties. Okay, very, very nice plans that you'll hear about, but I just want to make sure that we're clear that the implant coverage plans are in Philly, Bucks, and Montgomery. We have a 6-tier formulary on every plan. Okay, so that 6th tier is not. It's not a very high copay tier that, as we think of tier 5. The 6th tier is a 0 copay tier from day 1 and through the gap. So they have through the gap coverage in these drugs that are on tier 6. In tier 6 are what they call STARS adherence drugs, drugs for blood pressure, drugs for diabetes, drugs for cholesterol. Most of those drugs are generic. However, the three of the most commonly prescribed diabetic name brand drugs, Trulicity, Jardiance, and Januvia, will be $0 for your clients, our members, from day 1, and coverage throughout the gap. So obviously that's a huge benefit that can save folks a lot of money over the course of the year. So hopefully, if nothing else I say today, you remember that, and you could think about some of your diabetic clients right now, I'm sure in your mind, that might benefit from something like this in January. We have an HRA on all plans. Okay, so currently, as we sit right now, it's only on the dual plan in PA, but going forward in 2024, $75 HRA for HRA completion on all of our plans. I'm not sure if this matters to anybody here on this call, but if your agency uses Sunfire, you can use Sunfire with us in addition to Connectra, not in addition to, either or, obviously, for one app. Hey, if one day you want to use Sunfire, the other day you want to use Connectra, you have that ability. So Sunfire is the end of that story. Is Sunfire is new to us for this year as far as an enrollment tool. Okay, focusing on the HMO plans, the HMO POS plans. So as I said, the complete plan. Now, these slides are pretty broad, talk about some of the bigger changes. We all encourage you to dive into the, and I'll provide more of the summary of benefits, okay, to everybody, for Christy to send out to everybody on the call. Dive into those benefits, okay? There's going to be a lot of little things that I don't talk about today. Like on this slide right now, our complete the 0 premium HMO plan has a $4,000 max out of pocket, $4,000. Very, very low for the market, very, very competitive, obviously. In addition to that, you get the 6-tier formulary. You get $2,250 flex card for additional dental, vision, or hearing spend. You also get $150 quarterly OTC benefit. Okay. And then generous vision, dental, and hearing aid benefits as well. So obviously, this is going to be our zero premium plan for HMO. As long as the network fits, especially where you guys sit, is going to be a home run. The PPOs are equally attractive as we get to those. The give back plan, that's brand new for 2024, $105 Part B give back right in your client's check. All of the bells and whistles of the 6-tier formulary. Again, a $2,250 flex card, plus $2,000 in dental. So they can conceivably have $4,250 if they needed some some more advanced dental work. And this plan includes the implant coverage. So again, this plan is only in Philly, Bucks, Montgomery counties, but it is pretty good. Sorry, my dog was jumping around. Now, the Prime plan is still there. Good choice for folks on LIS or PACE. Again, 6-tier formulary, $2,250 in dental, $165 in OTC. A little more there's transportation on complete. There's transportation on the Prime benefit as well. A little more transportation available on the Prime. Now, the PPO plans. We have two PPO plans, Flex and Flex Plus. The Flex plan is the zero premium plan, in and out of network parity for most covered services. Again, the 6-tier formulary, even with the PPO, you get an OTC benefit, $70 quarterly. Our OTC benefits are use it or lose it. I think that's pretty standard across the industry at this point in time, especially on the MA side of the house. So $70 OTC. You guys all know how that works. I don't need to explain that to you. Again, an extra $2,250 flex card for dental, vision, or hearing spend. So remember, it doesn't have to be either or. Somebody's, going for glasses and they want the more expensive frames. They can walk out with the $800 frames and not have any out-of-pocket costs, even after exhausting, if they exhausted their vision benefit on that visit. Okay. Flex Plus, $49 a month, in and out of network parity again. 6-tier formulary, the $125 OTC benefit, $2,500 in flex card here. Again, Jim, do you want to add in a little? I know you had a little more information on PPOs. Maybe you have a little more color around how it's all going to go down, network-wise, or not? You're muted.
Okay, I think I'm back on. Not really, Tom, other than I think we have a developing network. It's going to be it'll be a strong network, but I think that out of network, covered service for most covered services, having the parity is certainly helpful. It will be a network on benefits like dental and vision, which allow people to go out of network. So it won't be restricted to our current dental or vision. We use Avisis for our dental program, which is part of the Guardian Davis Vision for the vision benefit allowance. But there will be coverage also out of network there. So there won't be parity. There will be some additional co-insurance. But I think it's rounding out to be a nice program. And like you mentioned with the Flex card, that's not restricted to a network. So I think that helps fill in some of the gaps if people would have additional out of pocket. By being out of network, they can use that Flex card to help cover some of those expenses as well.
Yeah, thank you. That's a great point. So if you think about it, that Flex card is going to be basically accepted where MasterCard's accepted, from what I understand, at vision shops, at dentists. So even if somebody is not in network, but maybe their favorite dentist is not in network, they could conceivably use that $2,250 or $2,500 Flex card to see that dentist outside of their dental benefit. So that adds another little wrinkle to flexibility for folks on the plans. Okay.
The only other thing I would add, Tom, is, and I know you touched on this earlier with all our plans, but I really encourage people to dig into the benefits because we're listing a lot of the what we'll call the supplemental, or the ones that kind of catch people's attention with the bells and whistles. But the core medical offerings are very strong, and our co-pays are competitive on obviously $0 copay on PCP visits, but specialist copays are competitive. Everything else I think is in line with what you'll find, if not better than other plans. And I will point out the inpatient, for example, on the Flex Plus plan for that $49, there's a $400 fixed amount for per admission. So rather than having the daily 1 to 5 days, or 1 to 4, 1 to 6 days, whatever it might be, it's the $400 flat, which we think is going to be very appealing to people that are more interested in establishing some sort of fixed, in their mind, some sort of pattern or fixed cost that they might be out of pocket if they're going to be having a hospital stay or some other, more, if they're coming off a med sub plan, for example, where they might be used to having more better understanding of what their potential out of pocket may be. So, we're excited about not only the supplemental, which we tend to spotlight, but also the core benefit offerings as well.
Great. Thank you, Jim. Great point. Yeah, $400 single payment for the inpatient stay on the Flex Plus. Definitely should have been on this slide. That's on me. But very cool. So a lot of great options for your folks in the straight MA world, whether it's three HMOs or two PPOs. Moving into the dual plan. Again, the dual Pearl is the new plan, offers implants, only Philly, Bucks, and Montgomery. But if you have people there, you're going to have an opportunity to have 10,000, obviously 0, 0, 0 on all the medical care, even 0 on drug copays. Oftentimes they still have the $3 or $7 that they're responsible for. With our plans for the last 2 years, it's been 0. So that can save, people on multiple medications a month, that can certainly save them a fair amount of money. But $10,000 dental benefit doesn't have to be used just for implants, but it does include implant coverage. Huge, that's certainly an eye opener in the dual world. Oftentimes, these folks, they have good benefits on their regular dual plans. However, getting some more advanced dental care is an issue. So it's become available here on our Pearl plan. You still get 200 now on the when I talk about these two dual flex cards. That these flex cards can be used for food or utilities. Okay. Now, and then again, quarterly use it or lose it. So they get $210 on the flex card for food and utilities, and plus a $210 OTC benefit. That is not, that's not together. It's separate. So $420 per quarter that they have there. Generous vision, dental, and hearing benefits on top of that supplemental $10,000 benefit as well. Our flagship special plan, at least in the dual world, maintains everything that we had, adds the $315 OTC. Now that's $315 a quarter plus $315 on the flex for food and utilities. So $630 a quarter available to them in extra spending. And look, it's needed in this population, right? These folks are, their monthly checks are $800, $900, $700. This is significant money that they can help, help their income, help themselves, and hopefully with healthier foods and whatever else they need OTC wise. So lots of good stuff on both of the plans. Very excited about these. They're going to be, as I'm out in the community for the last, since we started talking about it at our Parks event in July, there's just been a lot of excitement from the broker community thinking about where some benefits might be degrading with other carriers, where this might be a good fit, which specific folks that they have on their books that, A, it would help them. B, if somebody else talked to them, it might be an easy way for them to move. So kind of just protect your book and think about these plans as we go forward. So here's our coverage map. I'm not going to read off every county. The little dots are what I pointed out with Philly, Bucks, and Montgomery, with the give back plan and the dual Pearl plan being available there. And going forward, the ACA plans will be in those 3 counties as well: Philly, Bucks, and Montgomery. I'm going to briefly touch on New Jersey, just in case there's anybody here who writes any New Jersey business. We're expanding into 5 counties. We have some really nice plans. The zero premium plan and the platinum plan has a $20 premium. Obviously comes down to zero with LIS or PAD in New Jersey. But this platinum plan offers a zero copay for specialists as well. So zero primary on both plans, zero primary on all of our Medicare Advantage plans. But zero copay for specialists as well on the platinum plan, with a generous $2,500 flex card and a $75 OTC benefit. Expanding into Mercer and Atlantic counties to add to Burlington, Camden, and Gloucester currently. I know we had the question about network. Here's some of our bigger players in our network. Not going to read them all off, but out your way, Lehigh, St. Luke's, Crozier. Well, not that that's out your way, but a lot of the large hospital systems are in. Quite honestly, especially in the Philly 5 county area, and we don't have a lot of holes. There are a few misses out in some of the outer counties, but hopefully that's where the PPO can come into play pretty significantly. Briefly on the ACA, just because I don't have I don't have all the information yet. More to come here. I'm sure we'll do another webinar strictly for ACA. But again, with the mandate from Jefferson to grow, it's apparent in our ACA plans as well, not just those extra beautiful, aggressive benefits on the Medicare side, but also on the ACA side. They're going to have zero deductible plans on every tier. They are going to have no copays, I keep saying that. We're going to have copays. We're not going to have co-insurance. So people are going to know what they need. There's going to be $0 medical deductible plans on every tier. The premiums are going to be low. Some of them, I don't know how that happened. The premiums are going to be low. The compensation is going to be, as expected, not the lowest, not the highest, but $50 HRAs. You can do HRAs with our plans, get an extra $50 as well. More to come on compensation. There's going to be some bonuses thrown in there and what have you. Jim, you want to add anything else about ACA?
No, I think you covered it, Tom. I mean, we're just getting started with the ACA for 2024. We're excited about the upcoming OEP, but one thing you'll note is that just as our Medicare service area continues to grow, I think our opening salvo here with ACA will be into 3 counties around Philadelphia, but we'll continue to expand in the future. And if you're not in those areas, and we'll get to you at some point, probably in the not too distant future.
I'm sorry. I was just reading some of the questions. Anthony, on the Snowbird side, more to come on that. I don't want to say absolutely yes. Using your out-of-network PPO benefit outside there, we are getting indication that that is a yes, but I just want more information around it before I can confidently tell you absolutely not a problem. Fair? I'll assume you nodded yes. Thank you, Anthony. Somebody participating in a weight loss plan used their flex card benefits. I have to beg off on that answer, Susan, only because the flex card on the dual, so the flex card is specifically for vision, dental, and hearing on the straight MA plans. So I don't know how that would work, but I could certainly take that back as a question. I see Jim answered that already. Sorry, as I'm scrolling down. Sorry, Jim. I thought you were still talking. No new counties in PA. No new counties in PA this year. Jim answered that again. There it is. Okay. Yeah. So I think that if there's any other questions, we're here. We got nothing but time in this crazy part of our calendar year. You're muted again, Jimmy.
Tom, a sensitive button there on the mute. Tom,
Yeah.
Anthony asked the question about licensing. I think the answer there, he can work through Christy on that, and not only for Medicare, Anthony, but also URL will be a general agency for us for the ACA business as well. So you can get everything you need through Christy, correct? Or Christy, maybe that would be through someone else, but I'm sure you for the ACA, but I'm sure you can facilitate that for Anthony on your side as well.
Yep, no problem.
Thank you. We appreciate the interest, Anthony. Thank you for that.
And before we lose anybody else, I'm going to put in one last plug for we have some meetings coming up tomorrow night and Wednesday night. We're going to be in Allentown tomorrow night at Brew Daddy's, and we're going to be at the Mill in Hershey. If anybody's close to that area and wants to stop by, please, we'd love to meet you, love to see you, share a little food, a little drink. You'll see the same slides again, but you can zone out during that if you want to. But yeah, it'd be great to meet in person. If anybody is available, that would be fantastic. Just either get with Christy for the invite, or you can just email me directly. I'm going to put my email in the chat here and my phone number, or you can just text me, whatever's easier for you. Did that go? I hit another button. So I'll give you all the information if you want. Tomorrow is relatively early, 4 o'clock start in Allentown, 5 o'clock start in Hershey at the Mill. Okay. Yeah. Thank you all. I mean, if there's any questions, we're here. If not, hopefully you guys can make it out to either of the next two events. And if not, call me anytime. Willing to help. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you so much, Jim.
Thank you all. Thanks very much for your time.
Thank you.